Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Years after Joe Namath and the guarantee, we are underway in Super Bowl 53. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Goff on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lawrence Guy forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Tom Brady taking the field, surrounded by the rest of the offense for the Patriots. And Tom Brady, now the 4th quarterback all-time with 70,000 or more passing yards. He reached that milestone in that loss to the Steelers Week 15.
Applause, applause, applause. And it doesn't matter how long Tom Brady plays. He plays at an extremely high level. But I do wonder about he and the team going down the stretch. The Miami Miracle stung them. Hard-fought loss at Pittsburgh the very next week. They'll be in the playoffs, may have to play an extra game, and it will always be dangerous. But is this the year that they don't have just enough in the tank to get it done?
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. As the offensive starters pop up on your screen, Charles, let me ask you, Chris Hogan, what does he bring to this offense?
A guy that you look at and really don't circle in your game plan. If there's other guys that you look at, then you realize this guy can do damage. Finds his way open on almost every snap.
On 2nd down, Michel. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. To throw, it's Brady. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Brady, slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run it here. This is James White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The defense here for the Rams.
Let's take a look at Michael Brocker's defensive tackle. This is a young man who understands leverage. Rarely do I see him bowled over by an offensive lineman. Usually he's the one who's underneath them, moving them, creating space, and getting upfield to make tackles.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And Gronk says, wait room. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Wait, 20!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Charles, help me break down the Rams here as we get to the home stretch of the season, because they still have one of the best records in the NFL. But after that wild Monday night win over KC on November 19th, haven't looked as sharp.
And sometimes when you have a streak that they carry around and they're playing at such a high level offensively, any dip looks like the worst dip in the world. But they have had their struggles. Quarterback Jared Goff, his quarterback rating at Chicago and then again against Philadelphia in Week 15, definitely took a hit. They have not been the team we have seen before, and teams have figured out a little bit of a formula to make it harder on them offensively, but I wouldn't put it past head coach Sean McVay to get it figured out and get that team back on track. Because once they hit the playoffs, I still think they'll be a team that no one really wants to play.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. Can't wait to see what the 2nd quarter has in store. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, but they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Charles, for the New England Patriots, one stat that you and I were looking at before the game is kind of interesting. When they lost in weeks 14 and 15, it's the first time they suffered back-to-back defeats in December since 2002. So I don't know that they're in trouble as they go toward the playoffs, but not playing their best football.
I think that's a great point, because you have to go back to 2002 for that to happen. So their level of consistency off the charts. But you're exactly right. They are not playing their best football. And what they're always competing for is one of those opening week buys where they have to play that extra game in the playoffs. It looks like this year they may very well have to play that extra game. And if that's the case, it's not the recipe for getting to the Super Bowl for the New England Patriots.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Wait, 20!
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
20!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Now it's Patterson. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
220, 380, yeah.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
20!
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field, the Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Jr.
No Jr. By the way, smart move, because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's been pretty quiet here in the second quarter. They've got the lead. That's the good news. But you think they get him more involved going forward?
I think that they do, and that's what they always want to do, because he's such a priority and he's such a big-time playmaker. But sometimes defenses take that away, and they've been able to find another way to get it done themselves.
Yeah, they absolutely have. They're winning. And look at the scoreboard right now. Now a first down throw. Gone. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Second and 9 now from the 21. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that takes us from second to third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Roughly fell incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And now Edelman pushes past him. They'll call that a punt at 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Like 20! Like 20! Like we did!
Brady now on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Like 20!
Brady now on first down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Like 20! 380!
Shotgun now for Brady. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Go!
To throw on third down, Brady. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense? We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Fifteen seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up first and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Brady. Over the middle. It's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, like we always do this time of year with the holidays here and me happy for once. I want to say happy holidays to you, to your family, and to everybody out there in Madden Land.
I like how you said that. Before I do go on, though, happy holidays to you, your family, and everyone out there in Madden Land as well. And hope that they're safe and they're happy and successful holidays for all. But as you said, happy for once. Usually you're kind of a Grinch this time of year. What's going on?
Yeah, well, my heart grew 3 sizes this winter.
I love it. I love it. Got to get you some new clothes to accommodate that big chest.
But enjoy the holidays, everyone. Eat, be merry, enjoy your family time.
Brady now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady on the crossing route. That's caught. Julian Edelman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, this is Michelle. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing now is Brady. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Goff on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there. And both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And now out come the Patriots. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
20! Like 20!
From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Like 20!
To throw is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Brady, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Like 20!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Offense now making their way out to take over.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 1st down.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Gurley again here on first down. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
They run again on first down. Anderson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Rams on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Goff. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Goff now 9 of 17 through the air. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Second and 10 now from the 27. On second down, Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Rams add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Zerline out now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, nice move. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Brady and the Patriots now first and 10 at their own 24.
From the gun, Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
20.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Brady. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Brady. Philip Dorsett hauls it in, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose. as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good footwork at the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 62 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. And Zerline's kick is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 26. Operating from the gun, Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, and a first down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Brady now on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Longacre in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by Wayne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll look to throw. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal.
Wait 20! 380!
Now Brady. Goes underneath here to White. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
Back to throw, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Zerline good with a PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On the ground, Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Again, it's Michel. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that draws him level. It's 23-23. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Michelle. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. On play action, now Brady. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They picked up a 1st down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
The previous play is under review. After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And right side caught Hogan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled, because we're in OT. This is big time.
On the ground is Michelle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle there by Mark Barron. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And it's Michelle once again. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
By 20! By 20!
From the gun, it's Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
It was once the ultimate of rarities, but we've got it again. Overtime to decide the world title, and here we go. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First throw in overtime for Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, if he holds on, it's game over. Instead, 2nd down. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Devin McCourty picks it off. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with an interception. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.